In a village nestled between rolling hills, there lived a master weaver named Elara. Her tapestries were not just fabric, they were stories, so vivid and precise that people said they could hear the birds sing and feel the wind blow just by looking at them. Elara prided herself on this control. Every thread was chosen, every color meticulously planned, and every movement of her shuttle was deliberate and exact. She believed the beauty of her work came from her absolute command over every single detail. One afternoon, she began her most ambitious project yet, a tapestry depicting the majestic oak tree that stood in the village square, its branches stretching towards the sun. She worked for days, her brow furrowed in concentration, ensuring not a single thread was out of place. As she was weaving the sky, a sudden gust of wind blew through her open window, scattering her spools of blue thread. One spool, a brilliant shade of azure she had never intended to use for this section, rolled across the loom and tangled itself irreversibly into the center of her sky. A bold, stark streak of blue where there should have been only soft clouds. Elara cried out in frustration. Her perfect sky was ruined. She tried to pull the thread out, but it was woven too tightly. She tried to cover it with other threads, but it only made the mess worse. For hours she fought against the mistake, her anger growing, her hands becoming clumsy with frustration. The tapestry, once a thing of promised beauty, now looked forced and wrong. Exhausted and defeated, she finally threw down her shuttle and sank into her chair, staring at the offensive blue streak. It seemed to mock her perfect plan. The next morning, too weary to fight anymore, she simply sat and looked at it. As the morning sun hit the loom, something happened. The azure thread caught the light, shimmering like a lightning bolt frozen in time. It was dynamic, it was powerful, it was interesting. With a sigh of surrender, Elara made a decision. She would not try to control it anymore. Instead, she would work with it. She began to weave again, not according to her original rigid plan, but inspired by this new element. She used darker blues around the streak to create the drama of a gathering storm. She wove silver threads to look like rain and golden threads to represent sunbeams breaking through the clouds. She let her hands be guided by the mistake, not by her need for control. The tapestry began to tell a new story, not of a calm, predictable day, but of nature's powerful and unpredictable beauty. When the tapestry was finally finished, the entire village gathered to see it. They didn't just admire it, they were captivated by it. The dramatic sky, with its central bolt of azure, made the oak tree below look strong and resilient, standing firm against the elements. It was alive in a way her previous works had never been. An old woman approached Elara and said, "This is your greatest work. That stormy sky, it has so much more soul than a perfect blue ever could." Elara smiled, truly understanding for the first time. "It wasn't my design," she admitted. "The wind wove that thread. I merely stopped trying to pull it out." Moral of the story: life, like the loom, is full of unexpected threads. We can exhaust ourselves trying to control every single one, fighting against the gusts of change and chance. But true beauty and strength are not found in rigid control, but in our courageous ability to adapt, to weave our plans around the unexpected, and to find grace in the unplanned. Sometimes the most brilliant parts of our lives are the ones we never planned at all. Stop trying to control the threads. Focus on your skill in weaving them together, no matter how they arrive.